All right, thanks for coming back. Yeah, so this was a shorter song, and it sounds to me it's still in the progressive realm, I would say, in the context of an album. Now, I don't even know what the name of this album is. It's got a really cool cover, though. Yeah, I'll definitely come back to this album as well. So I think that means there's two Muse albums I definitely want to do. I think Symmetry is one of them. It's the one that was just before the Black Holes and Revelations one. So looking forward to reacting to those. This was a sweet and passionate piece. Very, I'm gonna say European in a way. European because it's very classically inspired, and I got some comments from you guys saying that Matt Bellamy was trained as he was a trained in classic music on keyboards, and of course that makes sense now. I mean, I knew right away from listening to him that even regardless if he had or not, he was definitely listening to a lot of these classical composers. I'm gonna guess Rachmaninoff is probably one of his favorites because Rachmaninoff is like really just just so hugely passionate, and I would say almost if you're going to look at classical composers and say which was the most progressive, I think Rachmaninoff was kind of progressive actually in a way. He was kind of hinting at the kind of music that would become progressive music, which I think, in a nutshell, is non-formulaic music. Progressive music is always non-formulaic, whereas pop music is formula-based. I mean, the Beatles kind of they kind of set the tone for modern pop in the '60s, going into the '70s and stuff, and forever actually. I mean, people were constantly modeling songs after the Beatles because it was so melodic. Melody was so big, and I think Bellamy is very, very big on melody. So this song is very, very strong and melodic for me. It was very beautiful, luscious. And as far as the lyrics, I'm just having a look. Repress and restrain. Still the pressure and the pain. Wash the blood off your hands. This time she won't understand. I mean, this lyrics even sounds kind of like could be for a Bond film, right? You're working so hard and you're never in charge. Your death creates success. And you'll build and suppress. Your death creates success. That's interesting. This is the hint of martyrdom to that idea, isn't there? I mean, artists who are like, they spend their whole lives being really amazing artists, and then when they die, then everyone likes them. So it's kind of like they sacrificed their life so that people could enjoy their legacy of great art. Change in the air, and they'll hide everywhere. If you guys have any insight into the lyrics, please post them down below. I mean, this could be talking about the government. I mean, and no one knows who's in control. And if you want to know my understanding of it from a lot of research, is, for example, who's in control of the United States? It's the CIA combined with the military-industrial complex, and I don't know who else, but it's certainly it's not the presidents that come in, because when they come into office, they have very different expectations of what they're going to do between what happens and then when they leave office, what they've actually accomplished. There's just so much pressures going on in there. Who's really running things? It's a very good question. So, change is in the air. Well, that's a nice phrase to contemplate right now. I don't know if you've noticed the news in Belarus. They have a dictator, basically, who's digging in his heels, but the Belarus people are fighting it, but boy, are they being brutalized by the police. Awful, awful. Not all that different from the United States in a sense. So back to the music. Very healing song. Very lovely, lovely song. That's it for now. I got to go off, and we're going to react to a full album next. I'm going to do a full album next. And so stay tuned for that. Lots more to come. Spiraling out. See ya.